stabbed.
Wow, suspicious.
Okay, and you were the first person to tell me about his shady behavior at the law firm, which, honestly, if I had listened to you, I probably wouldn't have been forced out.
Look, Andy, I'm honestly starting to think that you having Robin represent Penelope might have just sealed her fate.
Hey people, let's get into this review for Sisters new episode 13. Before I start this review, people, I just want to touch base with some things. I see a lot of people and a lot of content creators feeling a way about the show. So far for season 8, seeing the show's going downhill or whatever. I don't believe that it is. We have to remember, people, this is a TV show, a series. They are supposed to bring drama to the show. And people, I believe, I feel like go in and out of what they feel. You can't put your personal feelings inside of a show. This is not these people real lives, okay? So you cannot put yourself in their shoes, in your own personal feelings, into this show. If you take it in as entertainment, there won't be a problem. If you take it in as just watching it as entertainment, there won't be a problem. So I just wanted to say that I have been enjoying the show. Granted, sometimes it is all over the place, but it's supposed to have different angles. We don't want to continue to see Zach and Fatima arguing, Zach and Fatima and Karen arguing all the time, or Zach and Aaron arguing all the time. I think bringing in a different aspect to the show, which is Gary being stabbed and all of that, I think that was a good touch. You know what I mean? That makes people, want to see another episode. Well, some of us, because some of us feel like, oh, I'm over the show. Why they dragging this on and that on? But then last season, season 6, everybody felt like it was going too fast. Why they moving that fast? Why they, so you can't please everybody. So I understand that this is just per entertainment. Like I said, people, just take it in as entertainment. Don't put your personal feelings inside of these shows. Give your opinion. Granted, you can have your opinion on whether you like the show or not. But all the negativity about the show, I think that we're getting entertainment and we should at least appreciate it. Or, if you don't want to watch this, don't watch. Okay, so moving on. The episode starts off with they're coming back from episode 12, where Zach and Fatima and Karen are all at the hospital. Aaron pops up and him and Zach go at it. They go backwards and forwards as usual. I like how Fatima stepped in and kind of, made them, the guys, respect, each other a little bit, when it came to Karen being there and being pregnant and being stressed. So Karen decides to leave with Aaron, and she decides she would like for him to take her home. Now, after that, we go right over to Andy and Hayden. Who else is exhausted with Hayden and his nonchalant attitude? I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait till they make Hayden eat his words. So they go backwards and forwards, him and Andy. They see that Penelope has now been arrested for Gary's stabbing. Now, people, do I think Penelope stabbed Gary? No, absolutely not. I don't know what they are trying to, what's that her storyline is going to be about, because clearly Penelope did not stab Gary. At least I don't think so. I don't think so. But what I do feel like when it comes to Hayden, I don't see it being Hayden either, because he's one of the main characters of the show. So I don't think that they would make Hayden the one that did it. I do believe that they would have Hayden protecting Tamara for doing it. So if you notice, people, Tamara has not been on a lot of these scenes lately. So I'm figuring maybe she's going out of the show and they're going to say that Tamara did it. I don't know. But that's just a guess that they may do that. And then I'm thinking about Ethan, which was Jordan's assistant, who also was working for Gary. And it was just something about him that I felt like he wasn't really Gary's friend, or he wasn't like it was an ulterior motive for him doing what Gary wanted him to do, which was take those fake pictures of Jordan. So I'm thinking maybe him or maybe Gary's ex-wife could have came back. Well, I don't think he got a divorce from her, but what was her name? People, Jasmine. I think maybe it could be her. She could have reappeared, but the whole thing with Penelope, I absolutely don't think it was Penelope. So then they go over to Sabrina and Danny, and I thought that their scene was really, really cute. I thought that I feel like Sabrina is such a good friend. The only thing about Sabrina and her storyline with Rich, I don't really care for it because I don't see the Sabrina having a kid also on the show. I could be wrong. I don't know, people, but I'm not really seeing that will be her storyline. I don't know why the writers decide to make Sabrina so anxious to have children. So I don't see everybody having a baby on the show, damn near. So only people who are, and that's not saying anything about kids, is Danny and Andy. So we'll see how that goes. So after that, you go back to, there was a little scene with Pam and Maurice, and that was funny. And I ain't gonna lie, people, I fell asleep for a second. I dozed off, and I didn't really get to watch that part because I was exhausted. I seen a little bit, I was going in and out, but I did get up towards the end. And the scene went back over to Zach. Well, the scene went over to Karen and Aaron now at Karen's house. And, they did this whole scene where she's looking into his eyes and she tries to kiss, they kiss or whatever. Well, get ready to kiss. But the only thing is what will happen, people, when Aaron finds out that Fatima is pregnant? And will Aaron think that, oh, maybe that's why Karen went into like the whole pre-labor thing or a labor scare, so I'm thinking maybe once he finds that out, he'll know the real deal about Karen. Karen is definitely not over Zach. I think that she is just using Aaron at this point to help her get over her own feelings for Zach, for her feelings for Zach. Her mother comes in, and as usual, her mom, Miss Lisa, she always gives her the honest truth. So she kind of felt like something else was going on with Karen when it came to her having a false alarm labor. She knew that maybe it was stress or something like that, and she wanted to know the details on what was going on with Zach, her and Zach. Well, so after that, we get to the best. I mean, I'm telling you, people, I love me some Robin. I feel like Andy's scenes with Robin are so much better than Jordan. If you agree with me, people, put a comment down below. I feel the energy with Andy and Robin so much better than her and Jordan. Her and Jordan didn't have the correct chemistry on the show. It was too mushy. They were always kissing and hugging and doing. I'm like, no, this is too much. It's not giving off real, but for Andy and Robin, they have a connection there. Their chemistry on screen is very, very good. I mean, you could feel it. The energy is there, and she's been giving him a hell of a time. So a hell of a hard time. But Robin gives it to her like she needs it. He actually told her about herself, like, you put your own self in this situation. And then Andy decides that she would like for Robin to help Penelope out. Energy that Robin gives on the show when it comes to Andy. He's not afraid to tell Andy exactly how it is. And who else agreed with what he said to Andy? I was loving it. I was like, he is giving Andy the business right now. So even though you could tell he loves and cares about her, I don't think Robin has an alternative motive to why he came back. I believe that he does want to get settle the score with Gabby and Hayden. I think that he is trying to protect Andy, but hopefully I'm right and I'm not wrong and he doesn't turn out to be something else. So moving along from that, we go back to Sabrina and Danny. This is the next day, so she's up, she's making her tea, and there was not really much to this episode, but but Sabrina continued to try to support Danny through her, emotions. So we move on from there. And again, we're back to it. We're back to Karen and Aaron. So in the mix of them two getting ready to kiss, her mom walks in at the perfect time. So her mom walks in and things get awkward. Aaron leaves, and then they have their little discussion about what's really going on with Karen because she can't hide it from her mom. So then we go back to the salon. We go over to the salon, and then we go back to Andy and Robin, and y'all can't deny their scenes are on point, on point. And we go back to the hospital, and we see Detective Watt coming to tell Gary that he has arrested Penelope. Now, Gary's wife, Hudson, is standing at the door like his bodyguard. I'm trying to figure out what in the hell is going on with Hudson. Why is he so aggressive? Why is he trying to hide or see why people are going to talk to Gary? Or I'm confused. I know for sure he is working for the person who actually stabbed Gary. I don't know who that is. I'm thinking that maybe Ethan, which was people, if you do remember Ethan was Jordan's assistant, the one that took the pictures of Jordan for Gary. Now, for some reason, I'm feeling like him and Ethan and Hudson are in cahoots together I'm feeling like to destroy Gary or something. Like they had something against him or something. Because I don't see Hudson talking to any of the ladies, which is any of the sisters. He's not having a conversation with Fatima or Zach, and he's definitely not having a conversation with Hayden. So it's either Ethan, it could be Jordan, it could be Robin, or it could be maybe Gary's old wife, ex-wife, or did he divorce her? I'm not sure. So the next scene that comes up is just Jordan coming in to talk to the guys, which was, not much to talk about there. Then we get back to the hospital. Gary is up. Hudson is there being nosy as usual. Detective Watts tells Gary, what do he remember? Then all of a sudden, Gary's little bit of memory comes back and he says, I remember it was a woman. Now, people, do you think that Gary is lying? He's just trying to pin this on one of the ladies for some reason. And I believe that he's going to gear towards, hopefully it's not Andy, or it may be Fatima. Is somebody he's trying to put the blame on, which he knows it wasn't. He may know exactly who stabbed him. That's what I'm figuring. But we'll see. But other than that, that was the end of the episode. And then it went into the commercial. I'm sorry, not the commercial. Then it went into the clip of the next episode. Okay, so really quick, I'm gonna just tell you the synopsis for next episode, which is January 15th, and it's called Knock Knock. It says, following her panic attack, Danny confides in an old friend about the chaos in her life, and I'm assuming that's Zach. Fatima puts her plans to get evidence on Hayden into action. I'm assuming that Fatima is probably gonna go check it around in Hayden's office for the recording or his phone of the recording of him and Gabby and Tamara sleeping together. The next thing is Andy questions Robin's motives and starts to regret asking him for help. Now, Andy mysteriously is puzzled on why Robin decided to take Penelope's case. And I'm like, is Andy crazy? She called Robin to ask Robin to take her case. And then when he did it, now she has the problem. But I don't know, people. I guess we'll see on the next episode, which is January 15th, exactly what's happening there. So stay tuned for my next review on Zatima, Season 3B, Episodes 15 and 16. Subscribe.